Alrighty, guys. I figure I shoot a quick video of what's going on with the bike and what's happening. So I was able to run the bike. Um, it runs really good, nice and literally cold. And we've covered some distance with Tony. Of course, he had like the biggest input in the situation. He did the torque arms. I guess I don't have the arms, and I mean, I do have the tools in a way, but every time I touch something with my hands, I over tighten it, or I break it, or I don't have any patience. And it seems like he's got the patience and the confidence, so it's pretty cool. He pre-drill tapped, all the torque arms, both of them in the back. Of course, it's got to be a bus in the middle of nowhere, and I wanted a torque arms, even though he says that the frame that I have is the second generation, and the frame is the torque arm, so I didn't need any. But since the motor came with, I did that. Didn't use the lock nuts because don't have enough axle. So now um, it's since it's a 155 millimeter axle, I was able to put the torque arms in two nuts and call it a day. And it works perfect. Um, Now I have a little setback with the kickstand because I don't have the kickstand, and of course the wheel 17-inch, so the bike sits lower. Um, I have a little bit different frame from Tony because his kickstand goes into the frame. Mine doesn't. Actually has a lip and it sticks out and it even makes it lower. So I gotta cut the kickstand. I don't have a welder, so I might again use Tony, and I feel so bad because he's done so much for me, and have him weld a plate and tap the plate since he's got all the tools that you can even dream of, and tap the screw that I already have with the kickstand, trim the kickstand, reset the kickstand, and make it nice and legit. I ran when I was coming off of the ride with Tony. I ran the bike on 50 percent on the motor, and she was nice and cold. And when I say cold, it's no heat, no nothing. It's ice cold compared to if I did the same distance on 50 percent on the motor, or 50 currents on the motor on the other bike. That motor would be nice and hot. Um, so we have one more thing left, which is the kickstand. Right now she's all over the place because I can't sit her down. I have to put her against the wall, whatever you might use in a house. I gotta put it against my gazebo, so it's kind of shitty and something that I hate doing. And anybody pulling on a bike, even a small kid, that bike will fall on them, and it's way over 150 pounds. So that's something definitely I got to address. I feel kind of embarrassed and not comfortable, continuously keep asking Tony about, help for help. Can you do this? Can you do that? I'm not a great welder. I've welded things years ago on a different age. Um, and I was good at it back then, but you know, not too comfortable right now or confident with welding. Um, he's got the steel and everything. It's kind of funny because like somebody can do this in about 15 minutes and it'll take you half a day because I got to go to Lowe's. I got to stop by Lowe's, pick the exact steel that I want. Don't have a welder, so purchase a welder. And where the hell I'm gonna put it, God knows. And then weld it, top it. So I gotta buy the tops because the other ones were shitty, and I don't even know if I have a big top like that. So that sucks. But the good thing is the upper plate, of course, Tony topped it, and freaking thing holds like no tomorrow. So the forks are good. Still got a very little play in the axle. Not sure how I'm going to address that. I guess I'm going to leave it until it becomes a bigger issue. Right now, there's very little play, if any whatsoever. So I'll leave that. Um, you know, um, What else? What do we do? The tire is being changed. Everything's being changed. The bike is running smooth. Did the rear brakes? They were completely gone, completely both. The pads were gone. So I'm happy I did that. I did. If you guys want, I'll put a link below. What brakes I've used. Eventually is for a downhill bike and electric bikes, heavy weight electric bikes, and of course. I was able to bleed them. I bleed I bled the front ones. Didn't change the shoes or the pads in the front ones, which I'm gonna do at the end of this week when I get the delivery for the pads. And I'm gonna be pretty much almost 100%, which I've been saying 100% for past entire season, but it's always some sort of hiccup. But so yeah, so I'll do the front pads, and I'll definitely reach out for help to Tony, see if we can do something with a kickstand. The kickstand is a little bit too long, so we're gonna trim it. We're gonna work with it. There is things that we have to do with it, and once I have that done, um, I will have the kickstand. I would have the motor and everything, and hopefully next season we'll snatch a good high performance battery with a good discharge, 150 amps, and I'm doing 50 amps right now, and thing grips. Eventually, we're gonna bring out the motor to 91 current of the motor, not the battery. We'll keep the battery at 50, and see how much juice she takes. I haven't charged the battery for a month. Then I did, a five amp charge on the battery, and she was depleting uh, a lot. There was big sag, and didn't do much of a miles. We did only like maybe 16, and I was already at 72, heading down to 68. So the QS205's got lots of power. It's asking for lots of juice on the band, and unfortunately, this battery I don't have the juice. Um, Originally, when I had it at 45 current on the motor, it was sluggish as hell. I put it on 50. She was, even a depleted battery, she had a nice torque. So I'm hoping that 50 at 80, 84 volts is going to keep me happy. And then we'll move forward and we'll start changing the current settings of the motor and see how far I can go with the motor without the BMS shutting me down. You know, so that's the current news, and stay tuned and see what's gonna happen. Hopefully get the kickstand going, change the front pads on the brakes, and be good. The brake system's already bled out, so all I have to do just push back the pistons inside the uh, the the brake caliper, and shoving the new pads, and be golden. All right. So until then, make sure you share, you subscribe, you give a thumb up, and you comment down below and see what you want, what you need, and maybe we can get something going. And we'll probably do a few more rides, before it gets really, really cold. So the chapter is not closed yet. Stick around.